button. So everything what we say is now getting recorded. So the ground rule for the online session is that you have to mute your mics and you have to switch off your videos. Because we have to conserve our internet. You have heard me right that we have to conserve our internet. You know, we have always thought of conserving soil, conserving water, but now it's also conserving internet, the bandwidth that takes up to our videos. And it is also hampering our speed and our work when we are doing with our online work with our participants or our offices. So I would request everyone to mute the mic and switch off the videos. Only the host video will be active so that we save on the bandwidth and the conservation of the internet at our home. So this is very, very important. So these are some of the ground rules that you have to tell to your audience also. You may write this into a presentation or into the message which you are sending it to your participants beforehand so that they are also ready. Also, please tell your participants to bring some, notepad and a pen so that they can write down what all they have in their mind. They can write the takeaways from the sessions. If they have any queries, they can write it down into the notepad so that in the end, when we take the question answer sessions, then they are ready with their questions. So this saves time. So this is again a classroom management time, which we call it as, for our online webinars and seminars that we are doing. Nowadays, it is not new for anyone to go into a webinar. Everybody is accustomed to it. There are few glitches which every participant has, especially the one who are using it for the first time, but there is no need to get afraid or scared of the technology. It is very, very simple. All our collaborative platform, whether it is Zoom, whether it is WebLink, whether it is Microsoft Teams, Google Meet. So there are so many which has come up. Everybody are very, very user friendly. So we today are doing a session on Zoom, but you may also look into other sessions also. So many of them are free, or some of them are for the trial period. They are free, but they are very nice to use. Don't stick to just Zoom. The reason here is because of the security reason, you should change your collaborative platform, because we are online, hackers are also online. So it is again one of the important tips which I give to my participants, my audience, that use different platforms, don't stick to one platform. So today we are talking about Zoom. So very good evening to everyone. I hope you had a nice day. I'm Navinder Kaur, your trainer for the day. I'm an educationist. I'm an e-learning specialist with CBSE schools and international schools. I am a parent coach and a soft skill trainer. So this is a brief introduction that I have. Since it was very limited time that I had promised in the morning that I'll be taking the session. So in between my office meetings were also there. So I could find some time and I could make some, one presentation. The font may be different to different slides because of the crunch of the time. But it was very important for me to make the presentation because I am already using a Zoom. So I could not share the screen of the settings, which I wanted to show to you everyone. So let's start. I'm just sharing the my presentation. I hope everybody can see it on the screen. Just type yes, or you can, any one of you can unmute and tell me if it is visible.
Yes, visible.
Okay, thank you so much. So any queries you have, please, we can have it on the end of the session. Or if it is very, very important, you are not clear about many things, so just unmute or raise your hand. So I'm going to show you the option of raise your hand also. So this is a setting of Zoom webinar. So let's start the presentation and I'll take you to the features of Zoom. So first thing, there can be many new users that you, as a host, you can be a new user. As a participant, when you are inviting your audience, they can be also new users. So this presentation, which I will be giving to Ankit, he will be sharing with all of us. This presentation can even be given to the WhatsApp group where your audiences are, so that they can use the same steps and it becomes very easy. First of all, the benefit is that I am getting connected to my participants from the very beginning itself, before taking the session. They see me as a very supportive person and a very helpful person. As a soft skill trainer, this is the first trait that you have to put across. So this is my first connect with my audience. So very easily, I have even written there HTTPS link, the URL link, that if a person is not techno savvy, even then he can just click on that link and it works. Okay. So this is the first step. When you don't have a Zoom on your laptop or on your phone, this is how you have to download. So these are the various links. Updates are available. Any new updates, especially Zoom and Go Meeting. These are the two platforms. They are coming with regular updates every 2 to 3 days because of the security reasons. They are changing. They are working day and night for their clients. So all the updates comes and it flashes. So when you start your Zoom session, you will have the update ready. The moment you are into the internet connection, it automatically updates. So this is the beauty of using some of the platforms online. For iOS people who are using Android or iOS and they want to download Zoom, they can go to the Play Store and download Zoom from there. It's again a very important point here. Next point is you have already downloaded a Zoom and now you want to sign up and activate your Zoom account. Many of us may not have activated our account. We may have just clicked on the link sent by different webinars. So if you have not done it yet, so we would request you to just go to zoom.us and click on the sign up. When you click on the sign up, it will ask you for your email. Give a proper email, most probably give a Gmail. It becomes easy for everything or everyone for us to manage. So when you enter this, quickly click on the sign in part. The moment you sign in, it will give you a message that an email has been sent by Zoom. Go back to your email account, go back to the Zoom email, and then you have a button there called activate account. Just activate the account, you are ready to go. Okay, you can log into your Zoom account on the web anytime. There is no limitation. Anytime you can go and use the same login IDs that you have. Okay. Once you have logged in, use the panel on the left side to navigate the Zoom web portal. So when you will log in, you will see there's a navigation portal, web portal on the left side. Just click on that and you will see that you will have scheduled meeting, you will have profile, you will have join meeting. So all these features are there. So first thing that you need to do here is you have to update your profile. Please keep this in mind. This is very important because it is our name or our company name, which is our brand. So if you want to highlight your brand, please work on your profiles also. I have still not worked because of my busy schedule. I am still working whenever I get time. I have not yet uploaded my photograph over there. So please, I would advise everyone, do this from the first day itself. Okay, so you can upload a profile picture. Please upload a profile picture which is nice, appropriate to your scope of work. Okay, also you have to set your time because it gives a global time for the entire, if you see, we have the ET time is there, we have the IST time is there. So you have to click on your time zone. So we are in India, so we have to click on IST time. So we have Delhi, Bombay time written there. So we have to click on that. These are some of the important tips which I am telling you, because when you schedule your meeting, if it is not in your time zone, then a wrong message goes to your participants. So at the very beginning, please work on your profile. I had made a mistake this when I started with my online sessions. I never knew, but I learned with my experience. So this is something which I'm sharing with you. Update your password and more. So please keep changing your passwords because of the security reason. I am not scaring anybody, but one of our school in Muscat, we had introduced their few platforms. So Zoom was one of them. And after 2 days, I got a call from the principal that my 2-3 teachers' system was hacked. So it was an alert for us that security is very, very important. So no matter whether then there was a newspaper that Zoom is not secure, but please believe me, it is not only Zoom, it can be any platform for namesake. So security is in our hand. Yes, ma'am. Yes, who's there?
I just want to ask, I'm
Okay.
Aarti Sharma.
Yeah.
I just want to ask them, there's an update of Zoom which doesn't need a password. I've already been taking sessions on that. That doesn't require a password. Is that safe?
But see, security is always into our hand. It is good that we go 1-2 step ahead and do for ourselves. Okay, for marketing propaganda, everybody will say different thing, but then it is our own thoughts. I always do for with the passwords. So it is good that you take the passwords for security reasons. Okay, so let's move on. So now we are ready with our basic profile and we are ready with our Zoom account. We have the links which we can do. Yeah, any other query? Anything else?
Navinder, may I request you, beta, that first you complete it and then
Okay,
we will take up the queries towards the end. Huh?
Okay.
We have to value your time also.
Okay, ma'am. So next, after this, once you have set up your account, I'm not showing the actual Zoom screen because I'm already taking a Zoom session. It is not possible for me to show you the screen, but I will be sharing the snapshots that I have put into my presentation. But I will be taking the part of sharing screen and everything from the Zoom portal itself. That is possible. So please, this is some of the hindrances that I have. So scheduling your first meeting, you have to sign up into your Zoom web portal. You have already created that. On that, you will see we have meetings, we have join, we have schedule. So click on meetings. When you click on meetings, click on schedule a meeting. From there, you have to choose your date and time. As I told you, please change your time zone into the profile so that the correct time is given to your participants. Okay, and then you have to click on save. So here is the screenshot that I have taken. So when you log into the website of Zoom, or a small icon on your desktop comes and you click, this is the first screen that appears. Okay, so in this, I hope everybody can see the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yes,
we can. Okay, so whenever you want to start a new meeting, so we have a new meeting icon. We want to schedule a meeting, like I have scheduled a meeting for all of you. So I had gone to schedule and I clicked on the schedule icon, and then there was a template, a form. I filled that form and I had sent that link to Ankit. So this is how you will also be doing. So it is very easy. Don't get scared. If you have any problem, you can come back to us. We'll be helping you into getting this done for the first time. Okay, then we have here join. If it is, if it is the invite that you have got, like you have just now got, so either you could click on the invite link or you could come here on the join and enter the meeting ID and the password given by the host. So these are the different ways you can join the meeting. Next is share screen. We'll be talking this later about share screen. Okay, now I'm using a free Zoom, so I will be out by 9 minutes. We have to rejoin with the same link. Okay. Then here on the left side, if you can see, I have the details of my scheduled meeting. So what meetings I had already scheduled, if it's 1 meeting or 2 meeting or 3 meeting, all my meetings are coming on my left side. And if you can see, we have the ellipses there, 3 small dots. So when I click on 3 small dots, I can get into copy the invitation. If I have not yet given my invitation to anybody, I want to still give to some new joinees, I can just copy the invitation from there. Otherwise, if you just want to start the session, if it is already been scheduled, just click on the start button and you are ready to go. Now next is here. So in this slide, you can see, just a second. So here, if you can see how to start your first meeting as a host, so that I've already explained to you. On the left side, you have your meeting details. So click on the next start button and you are ready with your meetings. You are into the screen of your meeting. Now, when you are into the screen of the meeting, if you have done some security measures, like I have already made it as, permission to be granted to the person who is coming to my webinar. So I've created a waiting room. So these are some of the securities that I have created. The same securities you also have. So now inviting others to join your meeting is a very simple. As I told you, you have to click on the three dots, the ellipses, and you have a link there called as copy the invitation. On the screen, you can see I have put it here on the screen. The snapshot, you can see we have copy invitation. So from here, just copy invitation and send it to your participant mail ID, or you can just copy to the WhatsApp group and you are ready to go. So there is no programming, or it is not that a technology savvy person can only do this. Even a layman can do this. It is that easy. So next, if you want to join, so if already some parties, like you all are my joinees. So if you are my joinees, you only have to click on the join button and you have to enter the the meeting ID and the password to join the meeting. So please tell your participants who are participating for the first time to your sessions. It is very easy. Just guide them that they have to click on the join button and they have to enter the meeting ID and the password that was given by us. Okay, so that there is no panic with the participant, because many times participants don't come because of the problem of not using the technology well. So these are some of the Zoom meeting interfaces. Now this is something which we have it into our paid version. It is always good if you are already a person who will be taking a lot of webinars. So we suggest you that you take a paid version of that, because I have my paid version by my company. So when I take my company's seminars, so we do take that web version account. So in web version, paid version, you will have the spotlight videos are there, the speaker views are there, gallery views are there. So I'm not going into detail because most of us will not have this, but I have put this into the presentation so that you can later on, you can even look into these. We also have here manage participants. Okay, so I'm just going to unshare my screen of my portal and I'm going to share the screen of my own this thing. So if you can just scroll, I would request everyone just scroll over your window or your phone, just scroll everyone, and at the bottom you will see there are certain buttons. So there are buttons like mute. Can everybody see? If you can just type yes.
Yes, we can see,
Yes.
Navinder.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, so here we have mute. So this is where I as an audience can mute myself or unmute myself, can start a video or stop a video. So you can also explain this to your participants when you take the webinar. It takes 2 minutes. Initially, you have to invest time into this so that later on you don't have any problem into your sessions. Okay, so educate your participants with this. Then we have here manage participants. So in manage participant, the moment I click on manage participants, I can see all my participants' name. I can even see all of them are muted and all of them are video off. So from here, I am looking into my participants who, there can be some nasty participants also. Many time as a host, you have to take strict action. So if they unmute their mics or their videos, so you can do it from here also. Okay. We can also see the next button is the chat. So anything that you want to post to your participant, you can just write it there. You can write the questions. The participant can write their questions or queries into the chat. And as I am taking the session, I'm also looking into this so that I know what is my audience talking and what they want to hear. It is very, very important features, my friends. If we are soft trainers and we have to do a session on communication with parents, it is very important that what we are saying and what our audience want to listen. So they can just put it into the chat and I can just see, and then I can change my pitch or I can add a few points which the participant wants to hear. So this is very, very important. Otherwise, if you tell
Excuse me, I can't
everybody,
hear you.
yeah. Ati, you
Now I
have to,
can
I
hear
think
you.
so. Can you hear now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. It is very important because remember the time session for the session is very important. It is 40 minutes. And even if you extend, it can be extended for another session because you cannot have 2 or 3 rounds of extensions. So it is very important not to unmute and say the words. Tell your participant, make it a practice that what all queries they have, questions they have, they can write it onto the chat. Otherwise, unmuting and then asking the question, it becomes a lengthy process. So this is what I prefer in my sessions. I would request everyone to do that also. Then we have here this share screen. Share screen is very, very important. This is where I am going to engaging my audience. So what all you want to show to the audience, sorry, it can be a presentation, it can be a Word doc, or it can be an image that you have downloaded from YouTube. It can be, a video that you have downloaded from YouTube, or an image or scenario or a cartoon character that you have downloaded. You want to show it into your session just for, engaging the audience and have a funny moments with them also. So all those things has to be ready, opened into your desktop, into different windows. I am repeating this. This is very, very important. Before you start your Zoom session, before you open your Zoom, whatever you want to show to your audience, whether it is a presentation, it's a video, it's a Word doc or a PDF that you want to refer to, please open it into the desktop before you open your Zoom session. Because when I click on share screen, the moment I click on share screen, all my windows which are open will become active. So from there on, I will choose which window I want to, reflect to my audience, whether it's a PowerPoint presentation or a video that I want to show. Another important point here is if you are reflecting to any video or any digital content where audio is required, please keep this in mind that when you share the screen, before you click on the window where the video is open, there is a message at the bottom, share computer sound. There's a tick box. Please click that tick box. Unless and until you don't click that tick box, the audience will be able to see the video. They will not be able to hear the video. Okay. So I have attended one seminar where, host was not able to relate why the audio was not heard by the participants. So there were many good participants into that. So we all said, ma'am, just you have to tick mark the share computer sound. So this is again very, very important, because then a message goes that the host doesn't know how to use the technology. So that should also not be a sorry figure. I'm again repeating this. If you are using any videos in your sessions, if you want to share your video, if you want, it is already open on the window, but still when you share the screen, click the tick box of share audio, computer audio. Okay, this is again a very, very important message that I want to put across.